Hello everyone and welcome back to Gent Watches, or welcome for the first time if this is your first time here. Today we are starting a new show. I was not planning to watch this show. There are some shows that I'm watching and not reacting to. And there are some shows that I'm reacting to and probably wouldn't have watched if I wasn't reacting to it, possibly. But this show is a show that I wasn't planning to react to and wasn't planning to watch. I saw, the poster for it or whatever, and I was like, nah, I'm gonna pass on that. And then, well, it's been a few weeks since it started, and I have heard people really enjoy this show. I've heard it is funny, and it's got a lot of references in it, and it's just an enjoyable experience. I guess it's an isekai, most likely. It's called From Another World. It's called Uncle from Another World. I don't think I've said that out loud yet. It's in the title, but I didn't say it for some reason. It's called Uncle from Another World, and so I'm assuming it's about an uncle type character who is from another world. I'm assuming they're using uncle not just as he's someone's uncle, but also as possibly he's that's a character type. He's the creepy uncle type guy. I don't know if he's gonna be creepy, but that's the vibe that I got from the character design on the poster. But other than the character design on the poster and what I've just said, I don't know anything about the show or the original work. I don't really know what to expect, but I've just heard people say it's good. And so I gotta try it out, That's normally what I do with anime seasons, is I will watch the stuff that immediately catches my eye. But if a few weeks in, normally 3 or 4 weeks in, I'm hearing really good stuff about certain shows, regardless of if I personally think it looks like my kind of show or not, I'll generally give it a try anyway. And that's why I have a pretty diverse range of anime taste. I've watched stuff from all types of genres, and in all different ways, because I do this, and I think it's a really good way to do things. I do recommend that, if you're not incredibly picky and also if you have the free time to do this, obviously, then I do suggest trying that out. And wait to hear what people say, and the show that people are like, oh, this show is so good. Those are the shows that you just give it a shot. So, we're going to get into Uncle from Another World. If you enjoy this series, if you want me to do more, then please make sure to give the video some love. If you give the video love, it's way more likely that I'm going to be doing more videos on it. This is also currently in a Netflix, not Netflix jail, kind of Netflix jail, in the same way that Komi Can't Communicate was, in that it is 2 weeks behind, I think. So episode 1 is out on Netflix. Episodes 2 and 3 are not out on Netflix, even though they are out in the ether, in the world. So if I do this, I may be if I do watch this, I may be watching it 2 weeks behind the regular, just to watch it officially and support the official releases and stuff. So so if I am only doing a video a week and the videos seem what episode 2 and 3 is out? Why aren't you doing those as well? That's why you can talk to Netflix about that, okay? Not my MO. That's not what I'm looking for. Not my department. Okay, that's the word I was looking for. Anyway, let's just get into episode 1 of Uncle from Another World. This is an odd art style so far. Oh my god. Oh, wait. Oh, they trolled me. I thought Truck-kun was gonna... Nice. Okay, is he speaking another world's language? Wait, is this a reverse isekai, really? Gran Bahamo. Oh my god. Is she just pretending to know what's going on? Part of her job. Aww. That's sweet. Whoa. What is this? You don't have powers here. Oh my god, he's going crazy back there. What? Whoa! Wait. So he just has to say it in Japanese? Whoa! Yeah, okay. Whoa. No. No, they're not. Yeah. That's really funny. That's so funny, wow. That's a really good joke. Oh my gosh, this show is so dramatic already. Okay. You could do this with special effects. Video is not a good thing to use it on. Whoa, okay, OP. Oh. Whoa. This is cool. Got like the, what, 16-bit style? Whoa, that's so cute. This is so charming. Look at this dancing. This is very creative. Are these going to be characters that we meet? Get Home. What a weird show this is so far. Wow. That's interesting. An orc variant. Oh my god. It sounds like she's just a tsundere. He doesn't even know what a tsundere is. So that's why he just dumped her somewhere, because he didn't know that she was a tsundere. That's funny. This is the internet for you. Of course he's looking for the coolest looking phone. Show you my memory? Whoa, that's cool. That's really cool that he can show his memories. Oh my god. Is this a tsundere? Yeah. What? She was about to save you herself? He couldn't tell that she was on his side. She's... Yeah, she's super tsundere. Oh no! Oh no! What the hell? Whoa! Okay, good. I was gonna say, dude, that was like $20 shipping. You don't have to. Yeah, how's he supposed to carry that? I guess he might he might have some sort of super strength with his magical powers. Whoa! Whoa, that's so cool. Whoa. Honestly, the magic design's pretty cool. Is he only 30 years old? He looks 60. Sonic and Tails. Oh my god! Oh, this brings back great memories. I love how they just straight up use the actual title screen. Oh my gosh, I can't follow this lore. They're even scared of him too. Aww. Oh my god. What a life he led. Okay. Yes, ma'am. Whoa. They're making her the most tsundere isekai character in the world. I love it. She's following the trope to a T. It's perfect. He just took it back. That's really funny. Her face in that was so funny. Don't turn it off. Nice. Okay, so that was Uncle from Another World episode 1, and okay, so I get it now, and that is that was a genuinely very funny first episode. Wow, it was a first episode that relied a lot on knowledge of anime, basically. Like, this was a isekai parody, basically, except in a reverse isekai. But it's not. This is kind of a weird genre. It's got the isekai elements because we're seeing his life in the other world, but then it's got reverse isekai elements because it's someone from another world coming to this world. But at the same time, like, the main character is from, you know, modern day Earth, or is from Earth in the past and is here in Earth in the future. And so it's like, it's not an isekai at all if you think about it like that, because he's in the same world that he was in originally. So it's not like he's adjusting to this world. He's adjusting to the, you know, new stuff that happened in the past 17 years or whatever. But I think it's a really interesting concept, actually. I thought from the title that this was him getting isekai'd and we follow him as he's isekai'd. But no, it's following this main character who's just a regular dude, and his uncle was isekai'd for 17 years, and they did a great job at really tricking me there by the main character's walking down, and then and then the truck is coming and it just goes like right by him. Beautiful, amazing start to an isekai where it just like, this is the character, and you think like, oh, I've heard this is an isekai or something, so he's about to get hit by the truck, and then he doesn't, and then they just keep the show going because that's not what it's about. I like it, very funny. Yeah, I mean, full of references. I love that the main joke is that he's super into Sega, and Sega's just like, you know, just doesn't matter anymore. Because I had Sega consoles as like my first consoles from memory. They were basically my first consoles. It was Sega and Nintendo for sure, but I'm pretty sure we had a Sega Mega Drive, I think it was, as one of our main consoles. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I do know speaking of the Sonic thing, because it had Sonic and Tails, like that's Sonic. They had Sonic 2 on the screen. I think we had Sonic and Tails. I can't remember which Sonic games we had, but the one that I do remember is we had Sonic and Knuckles, which was Sonic 3, I think. But the important thing about that, and this was really, really cool for the time. So like, hold on to your hats, because this technology for back then was awesome, and even for now, it would be a cool gimmick. Sonic and Knuckles you could buy, right? And it was the regular cartridge, but then it had a little like lid at the top that you could open up, and it would have a slot where you could put another cartridge in. So essentially you would take the cartridge, you would put it in your console, and then you'd take another, either Sonic or Sonic and Tails or whatever, you would take one of those games and you would put it in the top on that cartridge. So you'd have two cartridges stacked on top of each other in your thing, and that would allow you to play the Sonic game that you put in the cartridge, but you could play in that game as Knuckles. And so it was like DLC for the game, and that was the most mind-blowing thing to me back then. I don't even know how much of that I'm making up, but I'm pretty sure that was exactly what it was, and it was so crazy. And I feel like I don't hear anyone ever talk about Sonic and Knuckles and the fact that that was a thing at some point in our lives, or at least in my life. So yeah, that was insane. But yeah, I'm pretty young. I'm turning 25 in 5 days. So like I wasn't massively into Sega. I was basically, when I was getting into gaming was like when Sega was dying out, essentially. Then I got like a Nintendo 64, Nintendo DS, then a PlayStation 1, and eventually PlayStation 2, and then it grew from there. But I do remember Sega Mega Drive. I'm pretty sure it was Sega Mega Drive as a massive early thing in my gaming career. I mostly remember Sonic and the Lion King game. I remember I played a lot of the Lion King game, and there was one specific part on a tree or something that I couldn't get past, and it was dumb, and then I gave up. But yeah, anyway, so that was really funny to see that in this. He's just like, so, who's winning the console race? Is it Sega? It's like, no, mostly Sony and Nintendo are winning, and he's like, what about Sega? And it's really funny, because yeah, you think about it now, like, I can't even think of what Sega are doing. I definitely don't think they're making hardware anymore. They're just making software, if anything. Okay, yeah, the art style is interesting. I thought I wasn't a huge fan of it, because it's kind of like very, like, the colors are very dulled. It's sort of, it looks strange, but the thing is, it does look like consistent, and the fact that it looks so consistent makes it feel pretty solid. And then I will say the magical effects are really, really good for this art style. And so that actually elevates the entire show for me. The little, the bag of holding that he had, the little portal that goes into the other world, that dimensional storage thing looked really good. All the magic that he was doing, like with the cup, when he was like floating up the cup, the animation on that was really good. The fire he made up, the memories that you could, like the way you could look into the memories, the design of the sword that he was taking out, like all of that stuff, all the fantasy stuff looked really, really solid. And I love that, especially when you contrast it with the very mundane world that they're setting up. And I think that is the idea, right? It's an extremely mundane world where this guy, he just lives alone in an apartment, and he's just a completely regular dude and stuff. And I think it's great. I absolutely love the fact that the uncle basically was interacting with the most tsundere of tsunderes that has ever existed, but since like he went into the world before that was a popular archetype, he didn't know what she was doing and thought she was just a mean girl, you know? And it makes a lot of sense, because also, like, I know there are lots of you know, people who don't watch anime, who aren't familiar with a lot of the archetypes of anime, and do get confused at that sort of stuff. And it's pretty funny because this show never in that scene did the main character explain to his uncle or to us, the audience, why what the uncle was doing was so wrong. Like, not so wrong, but so, like, frustrating as a viewer to watch. Because, it's really funny. I would have expected the show to be like the tsundere type of character was popularized in this time, and it was it's this character which, you know, has this and does this and blah 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 blah, and explain the entire thing so that the audience can follow along with the joke, because it was a pretty massive part of the episode. They focused on it a lot, but no, the main character was just like watching it and just getting frustrated and slamming his fist on the table and all of that sort of stuff. And I think so the show is really assuming that everyone just knows this. Everyone's on board with all of this stuff. And so this would be a terrible first anime to show someone. This would be absolutely terrible, because I feel like they would have no idea what was going on half the time. I know that at some point I was watching Kaguya-sama. I showed Kaguya-sama the entire show to my mother and sister, and because, you know, it's our type of sense of humor, and especially the English dub is very has a lot of like nice sarcasm to it and stuff that I thought they would appreciate a lot, and they did. They loved it. But I remember at the episode in season 2 where she goes to the doctor and and the doctor basically, like, you know, tells her that she's lovesick or whatever, and then the nurse is like, I believe they call it a tsundere these days or whatever. I remember that bit, and there was another bit where Kei walked into her room, and then the narrator was like, but Kei can't do that because Kei is a mother flippin' tsundere. And I remember that bit. My mom was just very confused, like she just didn't understand what the heck was going on, and they never explained it in the show either. They just move on, and so I had to pause it and explain to her what a tsundere is. So yeah, I just think it's very funny that this show just, yeah, no, it's very important to the plot that you know what it is, but we're not going to tell you, so you have to figure it out. But yeah, no, that was a lot more enjoyable than I expected it to be. I had heard that it was good, but it actually made me genuinely laugh quite a bit, and I'm interested, and I liked the characters. Yeah, I guess now the big question is, can it hold its own for a lot of episodes? Because for one episode, that was great. If that was just like a short and that was all it was, that would be great. Now we wonder, where does the show go from here, and is it going to remain this good quality once the novelty of what the show's about wears off? So let's find out in future episodes. But thank you very much for watching this episode. Please make sure to like the video, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel. All that stuff really helps out the channel, so please make sure to do that. But thank you very much for joining me. I love you very much, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.